Welcome back to Edgewater, Saskatchewan for episode 21 with me, MrSealyp. Boy, oh boy, is harvest time busy. It is 6:08, we're into August 2. Late to bed, early to rise. I have not stopped. I'm not going to go into details, but the last 24 to 48 hours have been difficult, I think, what I'll say. I have been on here just playing for me. Yeah, I'm not going to go into more detail, but I've got so much to do. I know that the thumbnail is a little bit kind of dramatic, but it is Strawmageddon. All of the barley contracts I had, well, harvesting contracts, barley, oat, I've done some wheat, I've done rock picking. I say alluded to, but if we go back to soil competition, I've done rock picking on field 5, field 29, field 28, field 27, 12 and 9. I then came down here and did 16 and 17. I harvested field 30 as well as a load of others, but that's now I can do all the rocks on that as well. So I've got a load of rocks. My lime machinery is full. Oh, that's what I was going to do as well. While we're here, I'm going to buy that. 8,000 worth every penny. Buy that. I'm going to remove the fencing. So, straw poll results. It was a mixed bag across the board from everyone that sort of responded. I'm going to do most of them and add one in that I hadn't considered. So, and again, I didn't write down who it was that messaged me. Oh no, was it Michael? It might have been Michael. Could have been Michael, could have been Rob. I think Michael. Anywho, so over here, I think I turned it back on again. But over here we should have... Where's find this stuff? Hang on. Ugh. So, 984,000 litres in here. So that was on 1 million, and as it's been chugging away, I've been kind of topping it up as I've been bringing more straw back. So on all those contracts for barley, oats and wheat, where the straw swath has been left behind, I've been collecting the straw swath. So, I've got another oat harvest, field 7, which is ready to go. I'm not going to be collecting the straw off that. I was going to, but yeah, I think for the time being I'm done. Over here then, if you look over to the right hand side, we've got 45,000 litres of silage, and that's chugging away. So I've got this one here supplying this one here, and we're turning straw into straw silage. So we've got some silage going. I'm going to do silage bales again. Like I said, I'm going to do them off camera. If we come over to this silo, I've changed these configurations back because I had these on the low, smaller size trailers for doing rock picking. Interestingly, while I've been using these hooked together, this one gets absolutely filthy, this one doesn't. The wheels have got, the tyres have got a little bit grubby, but nothing like the front one. It's interesting. And the pickup is absolute filth. So I've put those back onto normal extension because I'm going to need those for straw moving. As you've already seen as well, my the two grass fields, the fields I said I was going to re-grass. Field 21 and field 15, if we go to crop types and I switch grass on, you'll see, there we go, they've got grass in them now. Switch them back off again. I normally have the grass switched off because on a lot of maps, a lot of the periphery is all grass and it can really overwhelm the map. So generally speaking, I have that turned off. If we come over to this silo, this is where things get interesting. 4,091,000 litres. So combined, just over 5 million litres of straw. Don't worry, I'm going to be using it. Our barley harvests, what's been left over from all the barley harvests, we've got 98,000 litres of barley. Stones, I've got 41,000 in here. Wheat, 22,000 litres. And I've got 9,497 litres of oats all stored in there. Our lime production is full now. I've got 150,000 litres of stones in there. 99,999 litres of lime. So until I use some more lime, that's also been topped up, so everything's as full as it can be. So until I use some lime or sell some lime, I've got enough stone that I can keep chugging away for quite a while. But because all of the fields that are coming up with stones now are big stones, the amount of stones I'm getting off those fields, plus obviously the Chamber of Commerce, local municipality, they are paying me to do the rock picking on behalf of local farmers. So our money has gone up pretty well. So the first of our purchases then, we are going to get fertilizer production, which didn't even dawn on me, but that's going to require another production. So I'm going to get the manure production that I've mentioned before. Straw in, manure out. The manure will then go into the fertilizer production, and the manure will be turned to fertilizer. So I'll have my own fertilizer plus fertilizer that I can sell, which will sell for more than manure. Actually, I'm just thinking, have I got somewhere I can sell fertilizer? I don't know. Let's check that. Possibly the sell everything might be somewhere I can sell fertilizer. I hadn't even looked at that. Solid fertilizer. Yeah, I mean, look at that. So if I make solid fertilizer, not only will I have solid fertilizer for me for doing whatever jobs I need, so I can take the manure, which at the moment is paying 564, which I could sell, and if I've got enough of it, I can absolutely sell it. But if I change that manure into solid fertilizer, I get paid way more. So it's kind of bouncing through a few different cycles. Plus, I'm going to do the straw processing as well, and we're going to do straw hats and straw baskets, because I've got plenty. Now I'm saying, see, now I'm thinking, if I start filling all these things up, am I going to then think, maybe I should get the straw? No, I'm not going to. So, yeah, I'm going to put that one in first. Not that I can do anything with it until I've got any manure. And you'll see why I bought that small field. I don't want to use up too much of my space up here at the main farm. Plus, I want my straw processing, where I'm making my hats and baskets, to be nearer the main sort of town area, industrial area, so people can access it easier if they want to buy directly. I'm going to be selling online. But that's the plan. So, under production, here we have, these are installed by Zodelzocht, So I've got that one there, fertilizer production from manure. So it's that old adage of you need to spend money to make money. I needed to make money so I can spend the money so I can make some money. So my money's going to go down, I say fairly rapidly, hopefully not too rapidly. If I put that back about there, because the inputs are going to be at the front. Actually, it might come over a little bit. And the trigger bits, the bits where I can turn things on off at the back, so do that there. I'll do a bit of landscaping. So that'll be for doing that production. I've got silage being produced there. What I'm going to do actually, I'm going to fill this up. I might lease a trailer. I might lease a larger trailer. Or hook another one of these up. Because when you've got 4 million litres to transport and you've got 60,000 litre capacity in trailers, it's going to take a bit of time. As you can imagine. So that small field I'm going to harvest. I've just realised I took my harvester over to the other field. Oh, that's annoying. It's alright, I'll take it back. Because there's oats in it, I might as well harvest it, and that's mine now. I'm going to harvest it, and then I'm going to use it for putting the 2 buildings on. So the manure production and the straw processing are going to go on that little plot. Hopefully there's enough room on there. I'll remove the fences, or might remove some of the fences, and we'll get those in. And then it will be a case of transporting an absolute load of straw between the various different facilities. I've realised what I haven't done as well this morning. I normally, as soon as I get up in the mornings, I go over to my my gardens, my open gardens, and I sort out my my cotton, my soybean, and my, how are we looking, corn. You know what is very strange, and I don't know what's happened. Let's just double check this. Because, oh, 987, so the next one should be appearing soon. Yeah, when I said about that mod that was causing me the problems, and I removed it, production on these ones, the corn seems to be still chugging, as you can see, chugging away really well, but the cotton and the soybean seems to have really slowed down. I'm not quite sure why that is, but anyway. Yeah, we're still looking all fine for water, seed, solid fertilizer, manure in there. They're chugging away. Flax isn't quite ready yet, but we'll get there. And like I said, once that's harvested, I'm going to be removing this, and I'm going to put in a different one in round the corner there, ploughing this. So yeah, I've got loads to do, loads. Trying to stay upbeat and chipper at the moment. I probably didn't give myself enough room there, did I? The Parker gravity wagon I still use. Oh no, it doesn't like turning that sharp, does it? I actually used it for the stuff over here because the soybean and stuff and the corn. I probably do it every day, so I might have 4,000 litres of corn needs to be moved. It's only small amounts. It seems mad getting rid of it. It's a fairly small trailer, and it works perfectly over here. So anyway, I'm going to go over there, get the harvester over. I'll harvest that field. I'll probably finish off by going over to field 7 and I'll get the harvest done over there. But for the time being, I need to get my straw stuff going so we can then get some more money. As I said in the last episode, I'm hoping this is going to be like the tipping point. This harvest season, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to have to check actually what hours I'm up to now. It's going to be a lot. I think the last, let's say 24 to 48 hours, I can't imagine how many hours I've put into this. I've been bouncing backwards and forwards on this and dealing with some other things as well, and it's I think it's going to be quite scary. And what's interesting as well, when you're trying to do rock picking in pitch black, trying to see the rocks when you're doing it. But it was that, you know, I said before about being obsessive compulsive, is that I just didn't want to stop. It's very strange, and I just kept going and kept going and kept going. And I'd finish a field and think, I'll do another one, and I'll do another one, and it just kind of spiraled really. But yeah. So we'll head down to here. That was the last field I finished, the rock picker, which is the municipality's rock picker. It belongs to everybody, but I seem to use it. It's benefiting everybody. Their rocks get removed, I get paid, they don't have to do it. My dad always used to say, it's that thing of when you'd say about, oh, you know, it's funny how when you're younger you kind of have a go at everything. It's kind of how you learn how to do stuff, you know. Something needs repairing, bit of DIY, you might do stuff around the house, you might, you know, it might be a car. I mean, cars are a little bit more complicated now because more electronics and stuff than ever used to be. I always used to service my own cars and, you know, fix my bike and anything I needed to, I would do myself. And then you get to a point where you're either busy or there's jobs you don't really know how to do, and you could try, especially now with the internet, you can learn, and you know, you can watch internet, you know, videos on YouTube, and you can learn how to do stuff. There are some things you think, I'm just not going to tackle that, I need to get someone in, you know. And then when they give you a quote, it's like, oh, that's expensive, you know, that's a lot of money. My dad always used to say, yeah, but you're paying for the person's experience, their skill, their knowledge, their ability to do something. Also, you're paying, how much is it worth for you not to do it? If you really don't want to do something, what's it worth to you to not do it? You know, if it gets to a point where the cost outweighs the fact you think, I don't want to do it, I'm not paying that much, I'll do it myself. You know, there's always going to be that point where it's like, you know what, I'd rather do it myself than pay out the money. But there's always there's a figure of what it's worth for you not to have to do it. And that's the same with the rock picking. I'm being paid to do it because, you know, people are busy, they've got stuff to do, they don't have to be mucking around with that. So we're going to have to access from here because we've got the ditches around the side. Fence I might leave as it is because I need a boundary this side, but I think we might take a bit of fencing out around here. I'm going to get in with the harvester, I'll get that harvested, and then I can do a bit of landscaping. We've got an entrance here, but I think I'll remove a little bit. Yeah, so I'll send a bit, I'll get the harvester over, I'll get that done, and then what I'll do, we'll place the buildings, I'll get some straw in and I can get them chugging away. Like I said, I'm probably going to the sell point here as well, so people can come here and buy it or we can sell directly, but that's the plan. So, fence down, I think. Somehow I managed to mute my mic for this bit, but what I was saying was all very, very interesting and very, very amusing, so I'm just putting this over the top. So as you can see, buildings are in. I've got some landscaping to do. I'm going to do a bit of smoothing out around the edges, probably put in some grass. I don't know, yeah, I'm not going to grass it, I'll landscape it. It will eat into my money a little bit, but we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll make that money back. That's the whole purpose of doing this. You can see where you've got a few of these little ridges. It just needs to be smoothed out a little bit. I have bought some straw down. Well, you saw me load now, but first 2 loads will go in. And that one, that is definitely a 1 to 3. I'm pretty sure the straw processing requires water. Did I say that already? I can't remember if I have or not. So I need to put some water in that, so I'll go and get some water. I'm thinking of, I might have a look and see if we've got some signpost mods somewhere. Put some signs in from the main road so people can kind of come from the town and, you know, it's not too far away. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to place it here and not right up by the farm. It gives you it's a better location for it. So what we'll do, straw in, and then we'll whiz back and I'll, water container, that's what I was going to say, a water tank. But yeah, we'll sort that out. It's difficult to remember what I was talking about when I was doing this before, but anyway, we'll get this in. At least we can get this, the manure I can get going. Until I've got the water in here, I won't be able to get this running. But if I recall correctly, the straw to manure production is pretty rapid. I can't remember what both of these hold though. I want to say they're both about 400,000 litres, I think. But like I said before, because the manure production here runs quite quickly, you seem to spend a lot of time filling it up. But I can use it. I don't have to take the manure and turn it into fertilizer. I can use the manure I can just do it for muck spreading. We've got precision farming on, so if I get myself a nice sized muck spreader, we've got plenty at the end of the day. It's a finite resource for the harvest this season, to be fair. That's the other thing to bear in mind. 299, yeah. Definitely need to get some water in here. That's cool. Yeah, it's a finite resource. Yes, whilst I've got 5 million litres of straw and I'm going to run it all through, I will make a bit of money. It will run out because I've got one oat harvest left to do. Then what's left on the fields is canola and flax. Yeah, I should get some more flax as well, shouldn't I? I can do flax straw. I wonder if I can put flax straw into these. It just says straw. That's something I'll need to test at some point. Whether or not this will take flax straw. I hadn't even considered that as a thing. Yeah, you can see here after you've done your in build mode, it's often difficult from sort of the aerial view to get a real great idea of how steep the slopes are. Once you get back down to ground level, you can really see what needs to be adjusted a little bit. So yeah, I'll go back. I'll get the water, come back. I'll do a bit of landscaping. I don't always show it. I know people ask me to. I'm always torn. I'm never sure whether people will find it boring or whether it's just people want to see how I do it or not. I honestly don't know. But yeah, that's the plan. I was off away getting water. I was hoping, because this has got a rear trailer hitch, as have my straw trailers. Whoa, what happened there? Did not want to stop. I could hook all three together, but they wouldn't. Didn't matter what way round I tried to do them, they wouldn't hook up. But not a problem. Let's get this in here. At least I can get this running. So the water point is just round here. There we go. So straw accessories and straw crates. We'll get them both going. Might as well get it running straight away. There we go, we're off. I'm going to get back to doing a little bit more of this actually, and shouldn't really be standing in the way, otherwise you won't want to do it. Landscape, sculpting and soften. Open that out, increased intensity. Oh, that's a bit better, just soften that edge off a little bit. More here as well, I think. That's a bit better. Right, how are we looking? Nice chugging. That's definitely chugging. Now, what I might do is get some from the someone from the town to come out and maybe put a water point in here. Yeah, I might do that. Just get a standpipe or something put in. That might be a little bit easier. I suppose if I put one right by the building, that would make life even more easier. I could leave that tanker there, just top that right up. I wonder if it'll let me put one right next to it. Let's have a look. What will that be under? Container or tools? I can't remember. Container. Well, that one I use quite a lot. There's one from the open air garden, the pump. We could put another community well in. That's £3 grand. 500 400, 500. I know the hydrants work. 500 to place. If I just put it there, I can top up and do it all at the same time. Boom. Job done. So we should be fairly self-sufficient here. If I do that, then we get to the trigger bit, which is there. Cool. Is that full? Yep. More straw, landscaping. So I'm going to have to do a bit of backwards and forwards now. Or like I say, I could maybe lease the TARDIS XL trailer versions that are a bit bigger, or I could go for a semi-trailer, which again might be a better option. I'm thinking of getting another skid steer loader. I might get another one of the John Deere's actually, because it was nice and cheap, and I mean it's loud, but in all honesty it depends whether I want to. I suppose get a forklift. Oh actually, I wonder if I could I get away with that? Say 15 grand. Yeah, why would I not? Just to have it here. So I'm going to be taking products from here to the sell point. So that's my distribution hub. When I got orders in online, my orders online will come out the back of the factory, they'll be packaged up, boxed up, and then they'll be shipped from the shipping centre here. That's the plan. Or I can sell directly. Selling directly I'll take a little bit of a hit. So it's whether or not I want to spend a bit of time moving pallets from there to there. I could have put the sell point, I suppose, thinking about it, I could have just stuck it right next to here. It would have been, or just behind, I could have just turned round with it. But, you know, I don't mind that commute, that's not too bad. So I might do that actually, I might get one of those. I'm just thinking, what needs water more often? I probably do need some more up at the lime production as well. That's full for the moment, so this will go back. Right, yeah, so more straw, bit of landscaping. Let's get this tidied up a little bit. That's going to eat into my money a little bit, but we'll make a bit back, so it will all balance out in the end. I mean, at the moment, I don't know what sort of money I'm going to be making, how long it's going to take me to make it, but we are going to be making money now. Once I've got enough silage built up, I can do some run selling silage and that kind of stuff as well. But I mean, by September, October, I could be sitting on millions. I honestly don't know how much money. It should make me a tidy bit of money, but I'm not sure how much. Bit of landscaping has been done. It might change over time. I've got a bit more space as well, so I could put something else on here at some point. I don't know what, but I could do. It might be we get some other sell points for other things that we put in other production. So what I'm going to do, straw into both, and then I'm going to take the manure out, whatever we've got, and that'll go back up to the farm, because I want to get all the productions running that we've just got. So we should have straw processing going, manure being made, fertilizer being made, and our silage being made anyway. That's happening up at the farm as we speak. So I'll take the manure back, and then on the way back, the harvester's out on the approach road to field 7. I'll take the oats out of that, so that doesn't get kind of caught up in the that doesn't get caught up in the oat harvest that I've got to do on field 7. So the ratio on this is 1 to 3, so I'm getting 3 times as much manure as straw I'm putting in. The fertilizer is a 50% reduction, so for every 1,000 in I get 500 out. Well, that's the recipe, so it halves it. So I'm getting triple here, and then it's halving what I get, so I'm up on the whole deal. It's all good. Put that in. And it's when you do something like that, when you drive back out, when you're not paying attention, and you drive straight out, you think, actually maybe I should have put, and I can do a bit of tweaking with this, the exit road directly out from there, so entrance in here, I put it at a diagonal so people can drive in and go to both. It's only because I'm unloading to there and there. If I was going that way, I'd drive straight in onto that, but then coming back out, because I was too busy talking, I should have come out and gone straight up that way. I went straight out there. So is it worth me putting another couple of, you know, I mean that would wear out over time anyway, but I don't know. It's only because I was talking. So manure in. We'll swing by the harvester on the way. I've left the pipe out, so all I've got to do is turn the engine on. And then we'll have that running down to the store to get another. I'm just thinking, my skid steer loader I've got up at the other farm. The things I do use it, but I've only been using it really. Oh no, when I'm loading, no, I do use it when I'm putting my cotton bales and cotton and wool bales onto my trailer. I use it, so I'm just thinking otherwise that's got to then bounce backwards and forwards between the various different locations. So yeah, having a second one, it's not expensive. I'll grab a second one. You can see the harvester just up there. Am I going to pick up any more rock picking today? I don't know. We'll see how I go time wise. It's going to be a weird week this week. Various different things going on. Coronation at the weekend. I know my eldest and MrSealyp have been beavering away with my one of my twins, or both my twins, I think. They're working on a coronation party at my daughter's house, so probably going to be going Saturday, I think. Yeah, it's a busy week. I don't think I've had a month, and I keep saying this, but I don't think I've had a month since Christmas where there hasn't been at least 1 week where something's been happening. I can't seem to get back into a groove, you know, where you get a month or two where you just not that it's healthy to work solidly, it's not, you know, but I would usually get a month or two where I can just crack on, you know, with whatever I'm doing. I've still got a load, as I was saying earlier on about that, how much is it worth for someone else to do something for you not to have to do it. I've still got a load of DIY stuff I've got to do around the house, and I'm now looking at it thinking, but the problem I've got is it's that thing as to how I do my videos. There's a guy down the road I've probably mentioned before, Andre, is an amazing builder, incredible builder, lovely bloke. If I got him in to do the work, while he's working I can't make videos because of the noise. So then you think, well, if I can't make videos, I might as well do it myself, you know. Or I guess the other option that MrSealyp did suggest would be to go up to the barn in the Lake District, where I can still make videos. So we'd be up there, out of the way, let them get on with the building work, and then I can still carry on doing what I need to do. It's an option. I don't know. It's just all the cost of it as well, isn't it? It's just trying to, you know, everyone's in the same boat. It's trying to work out how do you make it all work, you know. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. So let's get the manure in. Put the oats into storage. Now I have been turning sometimes my corn in that little facility over there into seed. If I bought or leased the seed auger, the one that I've used before, oats I've said before I find to be one of the better ones. So that should go, there we go, tip that in. And back here to here, there we go, get that going. We should, there we go, we're producing solid fertilizer, so that's running. It's another one of those things that, you know, it's the time put in. You look now and think, oh yeah, but you know, So all the things productions you've just put in, you're now going to be making money, but that's cheating, isn't it? Because I'm now going to be making money off the back of straw. Well, yeah, you can if you do straw bales, if you sell loose straw, there's various different productions that require it. But this isn't just a case of I've gone to a buy anything silo, bought 5 million litres of straw, and I'm sticking it into productions. I spent the time, you know, admittedly, yes, alright, I was, you know, doing it on behalf of farmers, as I've said before. Actually, might as well grab some more straw while I'm here, actually. But I've put the time in to collect it, to bring it back, to do, you know, I don't know. I do this all the time, justifying what I'm doing. But oh, stop justifying it. Just you're right. You're absolutely right. Voice in my head and people out there. I'm doing it anyway. So that's now producing. What are we doing? Where are we? Straw silage. 52,000 litres of silage. Fish are still being produced. That's all still chugging away. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Cool, 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 cool. It's 10:15. It's been a bit of to-ing and fro-ing, but we're getting there. As soon as I'm filling them up, they're not. I say draining. That's the wrong word for it. This one holds 500,000 litres. So yeah, it was a bit of backwards and forwards. We have got one straw crate. As I've been filling this one up, because this runs quite a bit faster, I've already taken 2 loads. No, one. I took one small load, then a load of 40-something thousand litres. Oh, you saw me drop that off actually. There's another 38,000 litres in here. This holds 400,000 litres. So I finally, I say, got it topped off. So what I'm going to do, take the manure from here up to the fertilizer production. The fertilizer production, I think we've got about 25,000 litres of fertilizer already produced. So I'm going to take that up, grab the fertilizer, go down to sell everything at Brenda's, and we're going to sell our first load of fertilizer to make our first bit of money. I say first bit, let's sell this. Online order. Let's have the straw make us some money. To say, it's not bad. It's not bad. We're going to cover the cost of these things fairly quickly. The baskets that you can pick up, the hats, the pallets with hats on, you can't. I'm not quite there yet with the pallet for hats. I think they're 1,000 litres each, aren't they? So just shy of getting a straw accessories, the hat pallet. I say that I need to take up, and then yeah, 26,000 litres. That's flying through that. So I'm going to take that up, drop that off. I still haven't done my fuel tank. I've got to do that as well. So it looks like Strawmageddon. We're on top of it. I think the time taken and put in will pay dividends. It's going to pay off. We'll see when we take our first load fertilizer down, but if that's paying out sort of like the hats is as well, a nice chunk of money. Oh, as you probably just saw as well, I didn't mention it, but we've got ourselves another little John Deere excuse me, skid steer loader. I've got that one in black rather than John Deere green, and I have got a CSZ pack bag lifter for that one. I thought it'd be quicker and easier if I've got a lot of stuff, if it chugs away, because when you get to a point you've got a lot of productions running, I don't know if you found this, but it's just me, sometimes you miss one or forget one, and you might be doing jobs and you might skip ahead to the next day, or you might skip for a couple of days because you're waiting for a crop to be ready or something you need to, you know, some reason you're skipping ahead, and you forget a process, and when you come back there's loads of it. So I thought picking pallets of straw accessories off that little dock, I might as well use the bag handler rather than forks. I do work with both forks and bag handlers, but let's drop this off, pick up, go down to Brenda's, sell some fertilizer. She'll be distributing for us, and I can keep some, I can store it. We don't have to sell it all. If I need fertilizer, I can go to my fertilizer production. I'm now thinking, I put it at the farm because I thought if I'm going to need fertilizer, I'll be at the farm. I can fill my fertilizer spreader up. But the fertilizer spreader is down there. Stupidly, it's where I left it. I say stupidly, it's just weird though. I left it right there by that field after I finished doing my 2 grass fields, and that's where I put the stuff in. So now I'm thinking, should I have put my fertilizer production over there as well? So all of my straw-based things are pretty much based in one place. Then all I'd be doing is moving the manure from there directly into the fertilizer production, rather than having to drive it all up here to the farm. Yeah, maybe. Possibly would have been a better option. But I think having my seed, fertilizer and stuff all here at the farm also makes sense. So either one would have worked. It's just like I said, just comes down to the transportation, whether you're bothered whether you have to drive anywhere or not. I don't mind. Take that in. Now, I'm curious because this hasn't got a spout, so how do I fill my... This can't just be fertilizer spreaders that I can fill up from here. I'm sure I've done it with other things. Let's switch that from here. Let's unload that. It might be because it's too... I've done it before, I know I have. How do I get my fertilizer out? Oh, there we go. Whew. Started to panic then. For all that work and I can't get stuff out. 27,000 litres. I'm going to take the trailers with me, because the trailers I will then take over to field 7, and I'm going to crack on with that oat harvest. So I'm going to need the trailers to put the oats in. Am I leaving the swath behind? I might do. I haven't quite decided. But I might. So, stuff. I've done it again. Hang on. Hop the fence. Not through the pond. I keep getting sidetracked. I was asked as well if I'm going to be switching this out for a proper house. I was going to do that before winter, wasn't I? So yeah, potentially. And if I make enough money moving forward as well, I'm probably going to put another beehive in next to this, maybe two. So, I mean, we're doing all right actually, I have to say. Although, is it full yet? Not quite, but we're doing all right. Haven't sold any yet, but we're doing all right. So, fuel. That's under containers as well, isn't it? Medium petrol tank, 10,000 litres, 5,000 litres. But 5,000 litres is a fair amount. Let's swing around that way. If I put it over here, we can fuel up on our way in or out. Rather it was bang on 5.3, and that's a little bit closer, isn't it? Is that going to be too near my house though? What if I swing it around and put it there? Front of the bees, not the best idea. I need to put it somewhere. I suppose I should really put it up here, next to this. There we go. And then, don't want 5,000 litres to start off with, let's go with 1,000 litres. That'll get us going. So, right, that's in, that's done, fuel, right. Yeah, so all the stuff that I was planning to put in, I've put in. The manure to fertilizer, I hadn't. When I was talking about that in the last episode, that hadn't even crossed my mind. So yeah, awesome. Well, we'll see how awesome it is when we sell this. So off to Brenda's, selling her a little bit of, well, it'll be Brenda's black market fertilizer. Let's do it. Oh, this is going to do well. Another couple of loads like that and we've covered the cost of our buildings and stuff. That's brilliant. What did we start with? We were on 370 something, weren't we? I'm trying to think now. What was I on when we started? Something like that. Awesome. So, straw, well worth it. Well worth doing. Get some facilities in and get crack-a-lacking. So, up to field 7. I'll get the oat harvest on the way. And then when we move into September, there'll be flax to do. And the canola. We've got quite a few canola fields. I should have pulled out, shouldn't I? Quite a few canola fields. So I'm hoping to pick up a few canola contracts and have some of that left over. So if we are going to do pigs, we will have... Oh, our potatoes. I forgot about our potatoes. When will they be ready? Hang on. Let's just pull over by the side of the road. Shouldn't really be checking this while I'm driving along. That's what I want. Potatoes. They'll be September as well. Growth. Yeah. So our potatoes will be good to go. So we'll have potato harvest to do, there'll be canola harvest to do, there'll be flax Although the flax doesn't look like that's ready. That's concerning. When's the flax? Oh, September or October. It runs through the two. So we could be a little bit later on that. So potentially then as we move into September, there'll be potatoes and canola harvest to do. So we can get our potatoes done. I won't be far off then. All ingredients I'm going to need for pigs. Plus, as I said, we've got a ton of barley now. So doing chickens, not a problem. Whether that will last an entire year, depends how many chickens. Yeah, depends how many chickens we do. I did want to go a bit heavy on chickens, but not sure. Now I'm hoping the harvester will go over the fence in so much as it overlaps a little bit. I don't want to drive into the field. But this is where we are going to end the episode. Strawmageddon. I am Farmageddon. It has worked. I'll go over that. Oh yeah, just about. I'll be mad not to take the swath, wouldn't I? I'll be absolutely mad not to take the swath. Field this size, 800,000 litres. Judging on what I've been doing so far, I mean, field 7 is where are we? Yeah, field 7. Field 5. Yeah, I reckon 600,000 litres maybe. We shall see. So, all good. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.